Welcome to this week's Security Report. I'm Paul McAdam. Thanks for joining us. Two men accused of having 3 pounds of cannabis in their possession were remanded to prison on Monday by Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan. Joel Amsterdam, 24, and Kevin Velosa, 27, were jointly charged with having 1.45 grams of cannabis in their possession on January 25 at First Avenue, Bartica, for the purpose of trafficking. The duo denied the charges and were remanded until February 24. The court heard that Amsterdam and Velosa walked past the Bartica police station and ranks observed that they were acting suspiciously. They requested the character search, and it is alleged that Velosa told Amsterdam to run. The cops gave chase and managed to catch both of them. It is alleged that the police found the haversack in Velosa's possession, which contained the marijuana. Meanwhile, he was also charged separately for assaulting and using threatening language towards Amsterdam on January 25, 2020 at the Bartica police station. He was fined $10,000. Shalisa Ellis, 23, of Charlotte Street, Georgetown, was on January 31 charged with the murder of LaToya Haywood. The mother of two succumbed to her injuries about 1 month after she was stabbed during a Christmas party. Ellis was not required to plead to the indictable charge and was remanded to prison until February 3. According to reports, the mother of two was at a party in the company of her cousin and sister-in-law. Haywood approached the father of her cousin's child and asked him to buy her a drink. However, this reportedly angered the suspect, who is the man's current girlfriend. As a result, a fight ensued between Ellis and Haywood's cousin, and according to reports, during the altercation, Ellis attempted to stab the cousin but ended up stabbing Haywood instead in the region of her heart. The injured woman was rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation but succumbed to her injuries on January 23. Opening the annual Guyana Police Forces Officers Conference at Baridi Benab State House, His Excellency President David Granger reminded that it was constitutionally mandated to serve and protect everyone, everywhere within the country. Acknowledging Guyana's geographic, demographic, and economic factors, which place a heavy burden historically on the force's organizational, operational, and administrative capabilities, the President noted the need for recapitalization.
The Force's transportation fleet since 2015 has been increased with the addition of 338 new vehicles, motor cars, motor buses, motorcycles, motor pickups, minibuses, and all-terrain vehicles and other specialized utility vehicles. 34 boats, engines, and other riverine craft were added to the marine branch over the past 5 years. The use of body cameras by ranks, piloted in Division 4, is now being extended to other divisions. The 9/11 system, as you've heard, was revamped.
Expenditure current and capital increased by 85% from $7.5 billion in 2014 to $13.9 billion in 2019. The coalition government, the President said, has provided for $56.5 billion of the force's expenditure over the last 5 years. He described the force's strength of about 4,600 ranks as inadequate. This will be augmented during the decade of development.
The force is challenged to enforce the law effectively. The force has started to overcome these constraints. Personnel has increased by 37.6% up to December 2019. It is now being supported by a 1,900-member constabulary. Policemen and women are now enjoying improved wages and salaries. The average pay of a constable has increased from $55,889 in 2014 to $88,237 at the end of last year.
Notable improvements the President revealed will see the re-establishment of the Aviation Unit, an expansion of the Tactical Services Unit, a larger mounted branch, a strengthened Marine branch for every division, and a communications branch linking every police station through a secure communications network.
This Police Officers Conference is about leadership. Officers are expected to be forward-looking, not to be retrospective only. Officers must commit to leading the force into a new era of modernization and greater professionalization, and to accelerating the reforms which are now taking place. Officers ultimately are the guarantors of human safety and public security all the time, to everyone, everywhere. in Guyana.
The Guyana Police Force is observing its 181st anniversary this year. Now for some highlights from the Guyana Defense Force. Chief of Staff Brigadier Patrick West and the senior leadership of the GDF welcomed the team from the Institute of Applied Science and Technology, IAST, to the offices of the Chief of Staff at Defense Headquarters on January 23. The IAST team, paying a courtesy call, was headed by its director, Professor Suresh Narayan. It included the head of the Food and Feed Department, Suprasad Monohar, head of the Marketing Department, Ravina Mangal, Confidential Secretary, Ryan Hinkson, and Mr. West, the head of security for CGX Resources Incorporated. Later that day, the Chief of Staff also welcomed the members of the Private Sector Commission to his offices who were on a courtesy call. And the Chief of Staff received the military attaché to Guyana, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver Leclerc, at the office of the Chief of Staff on January 29. Monsieur Leclerc was at the time paying the Brigadier a courtesy call. He was accompanied by the OCESA's Group Sales Director for the Americas, Mr. Jorge Hernandez. Ranks throughout the joint services will be benefiting from a voter education program executed by the Guyana Elections Commission. The sessions have started, and so far ranks of Base Camp Ghana and Base Camp Stevenson have participated. The GCOM team will also visit several other locations throughout the services. And some sad news, a 20-year-old private of the GDF lost his life on January 29 after crashing his motorcycle head-on into a car on the Kapui public road on the Essequibo coast. Dead is Mustino Thomas of Middle Road, Buxton, East Coast of Marara. Police headquarters revealed that Thomas was on his motorcycle CK1172 and speeding along the eastern side of the road at around 23:20 hours when he lost control and ended up in the path of motorcar HB7499. According to the police report, the front of the motorcycle collided with the right front side of the car. The GDF rank received severe injuries to his head and body after falling onto the roadway. He was picked up in an unconscious condition by passengers and transported via a police vehicle to the Saudi hospital, where he died whilst receiving treatment. Now for this week's wanted list. The following persons are wanted by the Guyana Police Force in connection with the following offences shown against their names. Anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of these suspects are asked to contact the police on telephone numbers 444-3351, 444-2429, 442-0759, 444-3512, 226-7065, 227-1149, 911 or their nearest police station. Remember, all information will be treated with the strictest confidence. Now wanted for rape, Orlando Sawyers or Wayne Orlando Sawyers, age 30, mixed race. His last known address is given as 36 Stewart Park, Christiansburg, Wisma, Linden. The date of his offense is said to be in May of 2019 at Blueberry Hill, Wisma, Linden. Next is Tevin Richmond, of African descent, age 26 years old, also wanted for rape. His last known address is given as South Amelia's Ward in Linden. This occurred around May or June in 2019. The place of the incident was Phase 3, Amelia's Ward, Linden. Also wanted for the same offense, Kelvin McKenzie, age 53 years old, African descent. His last known address is 53 Maxstrad, Blueberry Hill, Wisma, Linden. Date of the offense, it occurred between 28 and 29 September of last year at Buckton and Blue Lake, Wisma, Linden. Also wanted is Jason Plater. He's wanted by the police for questioning in relation to fraudulent conversion committed on Dazrat Sugrim in 2016 on the 18th of October. His ethnic origin, East Indian, age unknown, last known address is given as a public road, Timeri East Bank, Tamarara. Now, anyone that may have information leading to the arrest of these gentlemen is asked to contact the police on the telephone numbers provided or contact their nearest police station. Remember, all information will be treated with the strictest confidence. And last but not least, before we go, a wanted bulletin has been issued for 44-year-old Utger Turetjen, whose last known address was given as Track B, Block Z, Providence, East Bank, Demerara. According to the police, he's wanted for questioning in relation to fraud and immigration violation. According to reports, Turkish authorities are seeking the assistance of their local counterparts to ascertain his whereabouts. And that's it for this week's Security Report. Have a great rest of the week. Goodbye.